This didn't make any sense to her. How did a melody that she had locked down over the summer, last summer, suddenly appear on Jennifer Lopez's album? This was something that really bothered her.
Baby, I know there's been a lot of talk about how Beyoncé and Jennifer Lopez rose to the top, and some folks wonder if their success came at the expense of other artists. But did they actually step into the space that Mariah Carey once held? Not by accident, not by coincidence, but through strategic moves that shifted the spotlight away from her. Woo, allegedly this tea might be coming straight from Mariah herself. And if so, it's about to get real interesting. Buckle up, because this story is messy in the best way. One thing that can't be denied is that in the 90s, Mariah Carey was running the charts. She was writing her own hits.
You heard Beyonce Drunk in Love?
I don't know that. I love Beyonce.
Mariah just flew in from her own planet, I'm telling you. This is Mariah's.
Own planet?
Yes,
I get
yes,
it.
absolutely.
Not all.
Producing her own albums and shaping her image at a time when the industry rarely allowed women, especially women of color, that kind of creative control. She was glamorous, mysterious, multiracial, and effortlessly crossing over into every genre. She was the blueprint, no question. In fact, if you look back, you'll find Beyoncé speaking about Mariah with the kind of admiration reserved for legends. She wasn't name-dropping Whitney or Aretha in the same breath. She was talking about Mariah. Beyoncé has even said that Vision of Love was the song that lit the spark for her to start singing, calling Mariah one of her biggest inspirations. There are interviews and videos of a young Beyoncé absolutely in awe, practically glowing, as she talks about Mariah's vocal range and star power. It's clear, MC left a deep impression on her and a whole generation of artists.
Mary's voice comes from God. You can hear the gospel in her voice. It's very nice to see her in the church. The whole message in the video was just Vision of Love was one of the first songs I heard when I was a kid, where I heard all of these riffs, and I was like, how does she do that? In this little short amount of times, the amount of notes she could squeeze in that one little bar, 2 bars, was fascinating to me. And that's kind of when I started trying it. And it's something that I love to do in my music, but she completely...
I'm not sure exactly what happened between Mariah and Beyoncé, but at some point, the admiration and shout-outs seemed to fade. Some people believe that things may have shifted once Beyoncé started to view herself as being on a different level, perhaps even above Mariah. Let's be real. As legendary as Mariah's legacy is, she doesn't always get the same critical respect as icons like Michael Jackson or Prince. She's known as the queen of vocals, yes, but the media often boxes her into a narrow image, glamorous, over the top, and only resurfacing every December in heels and a Santa suit. Meanwhile, Beyoncé has been shaping her legacy to resemble that of the next MJ or a female Prince, someone who's transformed music, visuals, and culture. And if that's the narrative she's focused on, it's possible that she doesn't see Mariah as part of that story. That's not to say there's any confirmed tension, but it's something fans have noticed. Now, as Beyoncé's career was rising, there have been whispers that her ascent wasn't just about talent. It also involved powerful industry connections. Some have suggested that certain doors opened for her while others may have quietly closed for artists like Mariah. Nothing direct has been proven, but in the music world, it's often said that success isn't just about talent. It's about strategy, alliances, and access. That brings us to Jennifer Lopez. Around the same time, J.Lo was emerging as a global star. She was undeniably beautiful and charismatic, but vocally, she wasn't seen in the same league as someone like Mariah. Yet she was suddenly everywhere: movies, music, fashion, fragrances, even the Super Bowl halftime show. And while there's no public record linking Beyoncé to any issues with Mariah, the situation with J.Lo is a bit more complicated. Back when Mariah was working on Glitter and going through a difficult split from her then-husband and Sony executive Tommy Mottola, she had secured a sample from Yellow Magic Orchestra's 1978 song Firecracker for her track Loverboy. But to her shock, the same sample appeared on a Jennifer Lopez song before Loverboy was released. Maria was understandably upset. In her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, she reflected on that moment, explaining that many of the setbacks with glitter traced back to Tommy. She believed that after their split, he used his influence to undermine her work, including redirecting that sample to another female artist at the label. Maria didn't name names in the book, but fans have long connected the dots. She wrote, "There was no way he would allow me to have a huge success after leaving him in Sony. He was not going to let me or Glitter shine." She even noted that once her new song was leaked, a Rush single was pushed out for another Sony artist, who, according to her, she didn't know. Which brings us to that infamous interview moment. When Maria was asked her opinion on Jennifer Lopez, following some kind words about Beyoncé, she simply replied, "I don't know her." And the rest, as they say, became pop culture history.
There are rivalries, but I don't think she has anything to do with me. I mean, my whole thing is singing, writing songs. Yeah, and you know, I've been doing this, you know, my whole life. Singing is first and foremost. It's a God-given talent that I'm grateful for. Her thing is something.
During a 2002 appearance on Larry King Live, Larry King asked Mariah Carey if there were any conflicts in the music industry or any tension between her and Jennifer Lopez. Maria responded by saying there's no competition if the other person can't sing.
How did that J.Lo record actually happen? You wrote the song for yourself, or you wrote it for J.Lo?
No, I wrote it for